Uh, ladies and gentlemen, good day to you, wherever you are, wherever you're watching us from. Happy holidays to you, compliment of the season. My name is DJ Fred, and I have in the studio with me today Deba Wadiai, the author and the publisher, of course, of um, Coming to America, Early Life in America, and Citizenship. We'll be discussing that. We'll be taking a look at the book, the information in the book. But before we get to that, it is Christmas season. I hope you're having fun. I hope you're happy, to be alive at this time. 2020 it's been a beautiful year, so to speak. I don't want to be negative, but we all know what we've seen. We all know what we've experienced in 2020. We're still here, and we give glory to God for the fact that we're still here. We didn't get to this point by our own making. It is by the grace of God. But before I bring my guest on, of course, you've seen him. It's right here, you know. But before we start talking about his book, I will take a musical break. When we come back, we'll get right into it. All right, stay with me, please. Don't go anywhere. Like I said, good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good day to you, good evening to you, wherever you're watching from. I know people are watching all over the world. I'm happy to be bringing this program to you. I hope you will stick with us. We'll be right back. All right, I'll be right back. All right, we're back, and I'm still here with Deba Wadiai, the author of Coming to America. Yeah, my brother, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well. And thank you very much for this opportunity, uh, for inviting me to be part of this great occasion. I call it great because this will be the first, the first of um, my book review.
Sort
Coming
of,
to
sort of,
yes, coming to America,
sort
early
of.
life in
Yeah,
America and
yeah.
citizenship.
All right. You were a journalist, a seasoned journalist based in Lagos. You were doing your thing. You had an office. You also had staffs. Um, at a point, based on the book, your wife was the one that played the lottery, the DVP, Diversity Immigrant Program, they call it, which popularly called Visa Lottery. So how was that when you got the news
Well,
that your family is being selected to come to the United States of America?
yeah,
How was that experience?
yeah, it was great. But first of all, I want to also congratulate Ngozi Sa for the new baby. She was part of Columbus, Ohio
Yeah,
before.
yeah,
And,
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
we
She
are
used to
proud
live
of,
here. She moved to Texas.
yeah, we're proud of what he's doing in the music industry, and also
Absolutely.
congratulations for the new baby.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was in Lagos, Nigeria I grew up in Lagos, so all my years I was in Lagos. And we, we've my wife especially, and the children, they've been, playing the United States diversity visa, program, which is a lottery for a while. And so the one for 2009 that that they entered for, uh, when the result came out in 2010, you know, we won, because they didn't play in isolation. My wife didn't play it.
Okay.
So she won, and incidentally, I was the one that picked, the letter from the Ikeja post office,
Okay.
because that's where my office, PO box,
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
located. And I remember vividly, the day I went, I saw a slip, box. Um, the When I picked the slip, I went to where we were supposed to. No, I think when I picked the slip, there was a lady behind me that was putting some other things. So she looked at me, opening that. I think she was probably the one that put it there. So she looked at me, picking that slip, said, "Oh, Oga, you picked that." I said, "Yeah." He said, "You can go and see my manager."
Wow.
So she typed where the manager's office.
Yeah.
So I went to the manager's office, and the manager said, "Are you expecting something from abroad?" That was the question. From the High Commission, because I will just have to renew our British visa. The guy smiled and he said, "Again, hi again." I said, actually, my mind didn't go to
Lottery.
result anyway. So the guy said, "But we just put in, and so we are waiting to go collect our." Then I said, "What about visa lot, US visa lottery?" Oh, so he now picked the letter from a stack of letters, you know, the from the US, because you will see the US flag. So he now said, "This is for you." Yeah, congratulations. So immediately
That was it.
that was
That was how
yeah,
the journey to United States of America started.
exactly.
You started preparing yourself,
So
and
the process, and
okay, you're a trained journalist.
correct.
That is what you went to school for.
Yep.
Was that your childhood dream?
Yeah. I would say that as in my primary school, we call it primary school in
Yeah.
Nigeria, elementary school here. In my primary, I think probably when I was in primary 5, I started consistently buying Evening Times. That was what evening paper, the evening paper of Daily Times was, at that. And I know that I was just in love with the cartoon. There's this cartoon in that evening Times there called Bembella, So I was by uh, somebody, the last name was Lexicon, So I was always following the strip, And so my mom uh, got to encourage me, because then it was like 5 kobo, So every evening, my mom would give me 5 kobo
You go
because
buy.
she has a store, and so she would give me 5 kobo. I would go and buy. So I was following it, but I didn't uh, know that probably I would be a journalist, but that was what I was following. So I was reading. I read a lot, and so, and somehow I went to secondary school. But this time I had to go to Benin secondary school, at Boys High School, Law College. So for my dream in secondary school was to do, because as a kid, everybody asks you, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
The first thing that comes to your mind is, I want to be a medical doctor.
Yeah.
Of
So, course.
But I know when I read, there was this African Night literature book. After reading that literature book, I told myself I was. And so while I was in class 1, class 2, class 3, that was what we call it back then.
Yeah.
We do up to class 5. So while I was there, I was thinking, even if I become a medical doctor,
you
I'll
still write a book.
And I was encouraged by this author. One of the books I read, he was a pharmacist, not Chino Achebe, that person, not Ibo. I can't remember his name right now.
Yeah.
But he was a pharmacist, So I said, oh, if a pharmacist could write, I become a medical doctor.
That means you can write the book as well.
But after class 3, where you do all the science, I didn't do well in physics. The ambition to become a doctor. Somehow, two of my friends, the twins, Peter and Paul Omogiade, they told me, you can be a medical, you can be a lawyer, or you do mass communication. That was the first time. He said, yeah, mass communication, journalist. Oh,
Okay.
Yes, I told you.
Okay.
That is what I was
So that
saying.
okay, that was how I started.
That was nice.
All right. Okay, let's
In
let's
class 4.
okay, let's come to you, your family winning the DV and embarking on a journey to United States of America.
Yeah.
Why did you write this book?
Good question. When it's not my first book. It's my third book.
Oh, really?
I did 2 books in Nigeria.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
As an aviation reporter, because I actually studied book publishing in my HND, Yaba Tech. So
Up Yaba. I attended Yaba Tech as well.
Oh, you see,
Yeah.
Up Yaba.
All right.
So I wanted to do a book, aviation industry, because I got into from politics. I was political correspondent with the Vanguard newspapers. So when the 1993 election was, General Babangida.
Okay.
So my editor now posted me to the aviation industry. So in the aviation industry, I got there. I wanted to read about aviation book. I couldn't get one. I went to the Ministry of Broad Street, Lagos. We couldn't get in their library. Something to, just tell me about airports, tell me about aviation. I know I went with a friend, Edunwachuku. We couldn't get, and I need to do it. So that was how I prepared for the first book, Aviation Communication, Guide to Aviation Journalism, also public relations. And so I did the second book, which was 80 Years of Aviation. And so when we got to America, I said, I need to do a book. But it was not coming to America. The book was the first 365 days
in America.
In America.
Okay.
That was it.
So how did you transform
exactly
change from that to this one?
Good question. And so when the first 365 days couldn't come, because I was still hustling, trying to settle down and all that. And I said, if I write 365 days where you have not really gotten, settled down, even a condition I said, okay, let me see what I can do to extend it, So I said, okay, maybe let's take some time. So over time, I started putting down things. And so it took 5 years, eventually I got citizen. Now say, okay, it should be coming
to America. Okay.
To guide people, when they.
Oh, that's yes, to guide people. Yeah. That for me, that is whole. That's why that's what intrigued me about the book. Yeah. That is one thing I really, really love about the book, and the way the information you presented here is so precise. Because the reason why I asked why this book, all the information you presented here, how were you able? Because at every point, were you jotting it down when you landed, the first time you landed, when you boarded the plane, everything that transpired, you noted everything down here. How were you? Or did you just go back and try to relive those moments to be able to capture the information you presented here? How were you able to put those informations together?
Thank you very much. God bless you. Good question. I know I was at a meeting at Columbo's book. I belong to a club, Columbo's book club, and so there was this lady, God bless her, so she's late now, and so she said, "How did you were you able to put all the time, the date, and everything?"
Yes,
and I said, what happened was that because I wanted to do 5 days, because I wanted to do 365 days, so every day I opened a journal. So every day I put something. Sometimes 2 lines. I still have. So sometimes I put 2 lines. Like I'm DIJAYFRED's studio today.
Yeah,
I put it there.
as a trail journalist.
Exactly. And so what happens is that when I see I was at DJ Fred's studio today. Everything we did at DJ Fred's studio will come in. So I will now write. And so that was what happened with, coming to America. So I started jotting down, taking my journals every day. And so, and when I decided to write, because I allowed, so when I decided to take the first note on it,
Yeah.
I said I wanted it in a way that people will see
The journey
the journey
from the
through
beginning.
me, through me, and be able to feel it that, okay, I'm coming to America. I coming to join my wife, or I got a job I want, or I want visa lottery, I'm coming, or my relatives,
Yeah.
you can invite your,
Mhm,
so I'm
mhm,
coming.
mhm.
And so I want them to be able to read it and say, oh, when I get to America, this is what you see, it's 10 chapters. And so followed it, the way it flows, the way you settle down. And so you are able to, when you read it, you will feel it, you will understand it, you will say, oh, this guy really experienced this thing.
Yes. Yeah.
know.
Another intriguing thing about the book is, honestly, there are still things people don't want to talk about.
Correct.
Most especially for someone who, was doing something he loved back home, something he was trained for. You move down here.
Yeah.
People always think America is a place where you come to, you just
Yeah.
start living overnight.
Exactly.
No, it doesn't happen like that.
Yeah.
Here you have to start to crawl. It's a country
It's
that
a leveler.
it equalizes everybody.
Yeah.
A lot of the things you went through with your family,
Yeah.
you were so truthful about everything.
Yeah.
You put everything.
Yeah.
Things that people are ashamed to talk about.
Correct.
Did you was that something you set out to do, or you at the point you felt like I have to? How did you come about that? Let me allow you to speak for it.
Correct. I tell you, I don't have. Well, I tell people that the only person that I can hide things from, and I can't hide things from because we do it together, is my wife.
Yes.
Okay. And so, when I went about to write everything, I was not ashamed. I was not. I didn't bother. Mine was that let it be there. It is not what I am today that I will be tomorrow. So whatever I'm going through today is for today.
Yeah.
You don't know what I'll be tomorrow. And I always tell people in Nigeria, where I come from, in the aviation industry, made my role, made my impact.
Yes.
So I don't have to be ashamed that, oh, I'm going back home to something. This is my home now, I tell you.
Mhm.
Columbus is my home. This city has accepted me, And so that was why I put those things there.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to job. And
I was going to come to that.
So I will allow you to.
You had when you finally got your green card, where you got to a point where you were eligible to work, then you started writing to some. You wanted to continue from where you stopped, basically.
Correct.
But that never happened.
Yeah.
Then you have to go work in a warehouse.
Correct.
In a garment? Is it a garment center?
Government
center.
Make cake.
Yeah.
Where they make cake.
How? Because it has to be like, was it that the system broke you, or you were so humble like you didn't care? You just wanted to be like, active, because that's what you put down here. You just wanted to do something.
Yeah. First of all, I would want to express my gratitude. The couple the family that
housed you. Yeah.
Yeah, that housed us. That's Akiri Adi and wife Shola, and their children, Demola and Damola. You see, they took us in. They took us in like, I don't know, that family took us in beyond what you can, and we're living with them. gave us very good reception, and I was looking for a job. I was applying. I will apply. The first positive response I got, they were insurance companies that wanted to train me agent, and I would be working for commission. And I told one when we spoke on phone, I said, look, I don't need commission. I need a job and salary so that when I get apartment, I'll be, I'll be able to pay, regularly. And so the other one got was a newspaper, online newspaper, and they were not going to be paying me the traffic on my story. So I look at all these and said, no, I need something. I need something, to be able to at least give some relief to those that were housed. So that was how my wife was told about the job.
Yeah.
And so when they told my wife about the job, then she was going for the interview. I was going to drive her there. I said, okay, I will go with you. Then I will go with you. So we went. So she was the one that actually she went in, and it was a seasonal job. So you can walk in out, at that time without really applying. You can just walk in. And so when you walk in, they interview you. Just write, fill a form there.
Let's just stop. Let me stop you right there, because everything you're saying right now, everything is in this book. It's less than 100 pages.
Yeah.
I truly, truly want anyone. Of course, we all have families back home.
Yeah.
We all have families all over the world. People
Yeah.
want to come to America,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Not everybody, but some people want to come to this country. This is a book that will greatly, greatly help you. Honestly, I wish I had this information. I wish I had the opportunity to read a book like this before I came to America.
Exactly.
Deba gave you an account of everything. I know this is from Ohio's standpoint, but at the end of the day, you can apply irrespective of the state you're relocating to in America. America is almost is a one system.
Yeah.
Whatever is applicable here is applicable in other states. It's like you said, it will be a guide. It will be something that will give you an idea of what you. Now I live here. For someone like me, who the way you came with green card. I didn't come with green card.
Yeah.
That is two different words which people do not know.
No, yeah.
If somebody that came with green card could go through this, don't talk of you. You come you come here with a visiting visa, and anytime you have the opportunity to visit, and you say, okay, I don't know if I want to go back. I want to stay.
Yeah.
For a lot of us, you don't know the nitty-gritty. It's not about what you saw on TV or what people told you. You have to be here to truly, truly experience America. This book is more or less like a manual. I will encourage you, if you're wherever you're watching from, you're back home. When I say back home, I'm talking of Africa in general, or you are in another continent and you want to pick up this book. Where can they get it? Where can they get it?
Yep. Right now, they can get it on Amazon.
Okay.
They can get it on Amazon. They can get it on Barnes and Noble. All they just need, when they go to Amazon, just type Deba, D-E-B-A, Wadia, or you just type Coming to America.
Yes.
So it takes you to Coming to America. There are 3 books, but the one for me is the cover. The cover, and so there are 2 ways you can buy. You can buy Kindle, which is electronic, $3.99. So you can buy that one and just download straight into your computer, or you can order. You can order, on Amazon. You can order on Barnes and Noble. You are in Europe, you can order on Barnes and Noble. You can order also on Amazon. Get the hard copy.
Yeah.
Then if you are any other place, that you feel you may not be able to order the print, just do the Kindle edition.
Yeah.
You know, download, and so you can read.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
So those areas, and also for those who are in Asia, there is a book, online book store in Asia. It's all over the world now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So like you heard it from Deba, the author of Coming to America. It's a book you can read,
Yeah.
you know, within, it depends on how you,
Yeah.
it depends on you as an individual, but it's something you can read on a train, something you can read on a flight. If you're in a car, someone is giving you a ride, obviously you can't read when you're driving. You can just open it and go through it. It's going to be a guide. It's going to be a guide to you, honestly. If you're here in the States, make sure you try as much as possible to share this video. If you have groups that you manage, that you're part of, please share this video. You don't know who you'll be helping. That is the reason why we're doing it. He's played his own part. I'm playing my own part. So whatever you can do to help other people, please do it. It's not something that is too that you cannot afford, or anybody can literally buy this book. It's $3, less than $5, right? It's called Coming to America, Early Life in America and Citizenship. He puts everything, when I say everything, into this book. You can't say, this book is lacking in so and so area. Every information you need to come to United States and settle down. So when you read this book before you decide to finally move, you won't be that surprised when they're asking you to do this, take this step, take that step, and all that stuff. But we'll come back. We'll stay here. Let's take a musical break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and I still have Deba Uwadiaye, the author of Coming to America. This book, trust me, this is not about selling book. I'm not saying this to sell book, but I know what I'm telling you. You need, if you know anyone that is in process of moving down to America, you need to recommend this book. This is more or less like the author of this book, my guest, broke the genes. A lot of things people don't want to talk about. In fact, before I started this program, I had a discussion with my wife, like, this is something I want to do. She said, what is it? I said, I want to create an avenue where, because I've met a lot of people, a lot of Africans in Columbus that are doing phenomenal things. And we don't have an avenue where we can, of course, you have social media, you can use your phone and, broadcast yourself and say that, but we need a place where we can all come to and just sell out our ideas and talk to people and give a voice to people who ordinarily couldn't have the opportunity to do it. The information you put down here, the statistics, the graphics, the personal, experience, things that you experience over the years, you cramp everything into a book that is less than 100 pages. And it's not even just about it. The most intriguing thing about it is the openness. The openness. A lot of things that people don't want to talk about. I've met people that are doing well, that have been through a lot to get to where they are today. I'm like, can you guys come on to share these experiences? Because this will help a lot of people out there. But some people are ashamed to own their own stories. To come on and talk about their own stories. And, just, you don't know who you're helping. There's no point holding this information.
Ali, I'll tell you, it was deliberate for me to put a book less than 100 pages. I thought about it. I said, okay, if somebody goes to the airport, coming to America, and he goes to a bookshop, he sees this book, Coming to America, picks the book. My goal for that person is let's say it's traveling from London to New York, which is, my goal is for that person to be able to read the book before he gets to America, gets it, things he needs to do when he immediately lands, and things. he will have to do just to settle down.
Yes.
So I had to reduce some of the chapters. We have 10 chapters book, so I had to reduce some of the chapters so that the person will be able to read and get it. And like you said, I was ready to tell the story. In America, tell your story. Americans, they want to hear your story.
Yes.
I want to serve. Apart from being a journalist, I want to be able to serve the community. I want to be able to serve any capacity, probably contest an election.
Okay.
When you go to campaign, they want to hear your story.
Exactly.
They want to hear your story. They want to feel it. They want to know, can this person deliver? Has this person experienced what is telling us that?
Yeah.
And so they listen. And so that
helps them to relate with this person.
Exactly.
Say, okay, this person is a part of us. This person has experienced what I'm passing through.
Exactly. And so if you are going to the house, if you are going to the Congress, it can
speak
represent
on behalf of us. Yeah.
If you are going to anywhere, this can represent us. So that is so. In America, you are encouraged to tell your story. You should be able to tell your story, and you should be proud to tell your story. They want to see. It's an American dream. They want to see how you started. You move from this step, the other step, move from that step to the, and so you are able to realize your American dream. Of achievement, accomplishment, and so that's what I deliberately put down in that book.
Okay, you're also an award-winning journalist. So speak on that.
I was doing my job, here in Columbus, reporting, interviewing, doing all that. One day I got, I think it was an email. It was an email I got from City Council, somebody from this, telling me that I need to come to the City Council, that on so and so day I'll be giving this recognition, award. And I said, wow. So I got that. Then I got another email. So before you know it, other people started, calling, saying from the city also, those that were involved that I didn't know.
Yes.
So that was how we, the first, recognition came as.
Okay.
Because it was recognition of immigrant. So months later, I got, it was a call from aide to council member. Said that the council member, giving them my name, at the council again. This time from recognition of, what. That was how I was invited. I had to invite my family, my friends,
of course. Yeah.
So within
good.
3 months, got 2 awards.
That's nice.
So,
that's
yeah. That has been very encouraging. Said to myself, if it is over 2 million, so if this city, why not do as much as I can? Now I'm doing not just reporting. We also have this platform now, which is New American Community Information Center. So it's a center that eventually will be a resource center. I mean, a lot of things from the book will be, put in play, in that center. And right now we are involved in distributing the COVID-19.
Okay.
Which we are helping the city. We just got delivery from the state now, the Department of Health, Ohio State Department of Health. So they just delivered boxes of place for
Okay.
us to distribute.
Okay. So you're also the editor in chief of the New Americans magazine. Speak on that.
Yeah,
What is that all about?
New American Magazine is a general interest magazine, covering the activity, the interest of immigrants and new Americans. And what we do, it's, to let people know what the new American communities are doing, what they give, and also those that are, people like you that, have been able to set up projects like this, so that the community, not just the new American community, but the community in general, will be able to appreciate what immigrants are.
Okay.
First generation American. That these people, they're hardworking, they are enterprising, they are putting to the community, they are contributing to the health of the state, and of the country, because whatever you contribute also go to the country. And so that's what the New Americans magazine, has been doing, and that uh, we've been doing for uh, since 2000.
Okay.
And so that's about 6 years now, So, and it has helped because we look at stories from the New American angle perspective. When there is a general story, we want to look at it. How does it affect, the New American community? How does it affect the immigrant community? If there is, something that is being sent out, we look at it from that
Perspective.
That perspective. So that is what we've been doing, and so people in government they're happy because now they know that they have a channel to reach out,
Okay.
to segment community that probably not been recognized before, and so that is what we do with New Americans, and we were printing, so December last year, but this year we try to go full online. So online, it's received all over the world. Everybody can go to our website, which is the New American Mag. Americans is plural, so when you type it, it's New American. Read about, what we do, what people. A lot of people have done so well.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Good job. Good stuff. Good stuff. I want to ask you this question. Of course, you have 3 kids. You're an African parent.
Yeah.
What is your opinion about African parents trying to live vicariously through their children? What do I mean by that? African parents trying to, impose professions on their children, disciplines on their children, not supporting the dreams of their children. Oh, I want you to be a doctor. I want you to be. African parents just love, it's a personal aggrandizement for them.
Yeah.
They like those big titles,
Yeah.
without really showing. Of course, at the end of the day, they say, "I mean well for you. I want you to be happy in life."
Yeah.
But if you don't support my dream, you're choosing a career for me. How are you supporting my? So, what is your take on that?
Yeah. For me, from beginning, had made up my mind. Whatever my want to do, I will allow them to do. Why? Because when I was going to journalism school, remember, dad, my mom, they called me and they said I was already a clerical officer, federal audit department. Immediately I finished secondary school, because I needed to read papers,
Yeah.
So I didn't proceed to university, college immediately. So I worked as a clerical officer about 2.5 years. So I got admission to go to Nigerian Institute of Journalism, and that said, well, you will have to. How are you going to fund it?
Because it
Because
was not going to support you.
yeah, he said, how are you going to fund it? I will advise that you continue to work. This federal audit, it has a lot of prospects for accountants. So I told him, I said, no, I'll go to school. Fortunately, I was already qualified to go on study leave, which means if I go to school, after my school, I can come back and get a job. That will be waiting. So I told him, I said, no, I'll go to school. I have the money to, because I'd saved, So actually, I now went to school. So when I have my own kids, people will say, oh, I have a boy and two girls. The boy is the eldest. So people will say, oh, your boy is good in, we should always on the computer and, good in, and so people will say, oh, go and study computer science. The guy will smile. And for me, they will tell me, oh, encourage your boy to
go study
go
computer
computer
science.
science. That's where the money is right now. The boy was smile. And so when he was
Time to make that
to make
decision.
his decision, the guy he just put business administration. And for me, I said, yeah, business administration is it's in the blood. My mom, being an entrepreneur since I been selling things, she own shops, very late. Even right now, she still, keep herself busy
Yeah.
with shop in her house.
Okay.
So, and for me, I took that, started a barber shop, and so when he went for business administration, I was ready to support him, and he advised him. Within 2 years, he already had one of his. He has about 3 degrees. Yeah, and so the girl that the first girl also choose business administration. I said, why not? And today they are working. He's in Procter and Gamble, and the girl is in Nestle. So these are very big organizations here in America, even worldwide. And so that's
And they're happy.
They're happy
Because tomorrow, if anything goes wrong, they're not going to blame you.
Yeah,
They're not going to
exactly.
blame anybody.
At all.
They will own it.
Yeah.
Because this is what they choose. This is
Exactly.
something they set out to do. Is their dreams.
Yeah.
And they're living their dreams. That's the whole essence. And they're happy. But you find out that how many Nigerians or Africans made it to professional league, NBA, like, this,
Yeah, exactly.
It's not just about the money, but they are
They are
happy.
happy.
That is the only way you can prosper. That is the only way you can really make meaningful. It gives you satisfaction. But you see people, they just want you to have these big titles, to put on your ties and drive to a corporate office. Like, this is, if you can Google it.
Yeah.
I've heard it. It said about 80% of Americans are not happy with their jobs.
Yeah.
They're not happy.
Yeah.
They're just miserable.
Yeah.
Some people are scared. They know they're not happy. This is not something I want to do. But to take that bold step, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. Before I let you go, I have to ask you.
Yeah.
You were you spoke at during the NSAS protest. We had a rally here in the city of Columbus. You were part of. Were you part of the organizers, or you were one of the speakers? Because I was there.
Yeah.
So with what is going on right now in Nigeria, I just heard a couple of days ago there was I was in Casina where they kidnapped how many number of children?
A lot of them.
What is that?
Unfortunate, unfortunate because one would have expected things to have improved, especially security wise. If you look at the intro to my book at the back of, I said, lots of insecurity.
Yeah.
You have to leave. Even though I had, my business, publishing.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, I still kept them 3 years.
While you were here.
Yeah. And the insecurity, not big. Why? Because there's this selfishness of having a police force every state, every region. Where I live here, in my area there, we have our own police. In our area, we have our two cruisers, that patrol. Up from the Columbus Sea. And so, why can't we have that? Why do we, from the top, to take care of the whole country? It's not possible. And so that is why,
the system where the IG is an appointment.
Exactly.
The so-called promotion is an appointment.
But here we elect.
Yeah.
We interview,
even judges.
Yes, who should be our police? If we can't find here in Colombia, we invite people to different one. The present one, fortunately, but the last two, Steph and the other person.
Yeah.
The other person came from. So that is how it's done, so that there will be ability. And so if anything goes wrong, the person can be
know who to hold responsible.
Exactly. And if he's not ready to work, let him go, or hard. And so that is what is happening. There's no way we can. There's no way. I tell you, there's no way the country can be secured the way the security is wrong right now.
Nigeria.
Left. Throw away. Because every week, armed robbers will come. They target each house.
They come in batch.
Yeah, they come to this house this week. You don't know if it will be your own house the other week.
Can you imagine that?
And they were getting away.
Can you imagine that?
They were getting away because nobody was caught.
That's sad.
Nobody.
Oh man.
Nobody was caught.
It's crazy. It's ladies and gentlemen, it's still, we've been discussing about this book. The reason for this is the Majorly Days. It's titled Coming to America, Early Life in America and Citizenship by DIJAYFRED. Is available on Amazon and
Ex Libri, the publisher.
Yeah. So you can, this is something you can, this would be a perfect Christmas gift.
Yeah.
Something you can buy and send to your loved ones back home. Correct. And then go through it. If you have any of them that you're fighting for, that is in the process of coming, let them go through it so that this will acquaint them with the system here in America. It's from chapter 1 to chapter 10. Chapter 1 is arrive in USA. 2 is journeying to Columbus, which is this city where we are. Yeah. It could be New York, just any other city in America. And chapter 3 is social security number, getting social security number. Chapter 4 is driver's license. 5 is job. 6 is acquiring a car. Where we are, you need to move around. 6 is getting an apartment. 7, 8 is about school. 9 is house, and 10 is citizenship. It's less than 100 pages. Yeah. Trust me, this is something that, of course, I'm sending this one. I have a copy. I'll get another copy. I'll send to my brother to go through. Send to them so can go through it and know the system here in America, so that they can get a first-hand information from someone who lived there, who's been through this the system, who knows what it takes. Rather than you move down here with the family of with 3 kids and your wife. You can imagine that.
And they were teenagers
at that time. So I'm really glad. I'm really impressed that you did this, because like I said, a lot of Africans hoard information, something the experiences they've had that they know it can help somebody out there. There's no point holding it. You're gonna take it to the grave. Why don't you put it out there? The world is changing. The world is different now. The world is a global village. Yeah. Let's help each other. Whatever we can do. Like I said earlier, he's done his part. I'm doing my part. Please, you make sure you do your part. Share this video. I'm not going to delete it. I'm not, going to post it on YouTube to get views and all that stuff. It's right here on Facebook. It's free. Please watch it and share it. Let people get information. Let them have a copy of this book so that you can read it. Let's help each other. It's not just about coming to America and be wandering up at that. Yeah. If you equip yourself with this information, it won't go that way. You know, at least you will come here knowing what you're going into. From my own personal experience, I came down here, I was like, okay, this is not the America I saw on TV. Where am I?
Exactly.
I'm serious.
Exactly.
I was asking,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
where is that America I saw on
I
TV?
TV, yeah.
They just captured downtowns. It's like Marina in
Yes,
Lagos.
They capture downtown.
It's like Marina in Lagos.
Yes.
That's what about Mushin?
Yes.
What about
Exactly.
Agege? What about Dokpemu? What about all those? And it happens in other cities, in
Yes.
other countries.
Everywhere.
It's still the same
Still
thing,
the same.
you know? So please, let's educate our minds. You know,
That's true.
knowledge is light. Knowledge is wisdom. We all need it. We all need it. Is there any other thing you want to pass out to
Well,
to the people, to the audience
yeah,
watching?
I just want to.
People are watching all over the world.
Yes,
Trust me.
I just want to thank you for for this opportunity, and also
You're
want to
welcome.
encourage people to go out there and buy the book. Not just those who are planning to come to America. There are people who are already in America that want to buy houses.
Mhm.
They need to know the process
Yes.
to buy a house. There are those that are already here that want to apply for citizenship. There are processes that you go through to apply for. So all these are contained
In the book.
and so that's we help those who are also here. But for those who are not here, it will prepare them, to come to America. And another thing is you may say, oh, I have the dream, but I don't want to come now. Yes,
Mhm.
but
You never know.
you never know. But just get the book, and you can, like Fred said, you can buy it as a gift.
Absolutely. Christmas
it-
gift.
Send it to your brothers, to your sisters, to your parents in Europe, in Africa, in Asia, in South America. Send it to them. They will read, they will understand what you are going through, they will encourage you and be happy with whatever you tell them,
Yeah.
and accept it.
Yeah.
And that is what the book is all about. That is why coming to America. And we hope to have short videos that will post on YouTube.
All right. All right. I want to say thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing this. Not just about coming to the program, but this information. I truly, from a personal standpoint, I honestly appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Everything. To the point where I almost ask you, do you feel vulnerable putting those in everything you put out here? It's so encouraging,
Yeah,
honestly. It's so
yeah.
encouraging. I will encourage every other person to do the same.
Thank you.
There are so many ways to make whatever you want to call it, passive income, whatever it is.
Exactly.
You have the knowledge, you
Yeah,
have the wherewithal, the resources to do something like this. Do it. Share your information. Share your experiences. Put it out there. Let people, let people consume it and use, by so doing, also help themselves.
Yeah.
Also, and again, before we go, this is Christmas season. It's holidays. We know what's been happening all through the year. We have a couple of days to go, and this year a lot of people are out there. Some people have lost their jobs. Some people are not happy. Some people are sad. Some people have lost their loved ones. Please, whatever you can. I know my phone is buzzing like nothing. I'm not. I will respond to those who I can respond to. Honestly, I will do that. But whatever you can do to put smile on people's faces, to help people out, please do it. I know people are already doing it. I saw yesterday on Facebook, Emmanuel Olawale. He and his family helped out about 10 families, 10 people. Giving each family $50. People that have been drastically affected by the pandemic. Yeah, I know it's not everybody that can put whatever they're doing on Facebook or put it out. Some people don't want that. Some people just do whatever they can do, to help other people secretly. There is a God out there that will definitely reward you, whatever you're doing. I think that was dope. That move was dope by Emmanuel and his family. A big shout out to you. Thank you for doing that. I don't personally know you, but I saw you. We're friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
That is a good thing, and it needs to be talked about and
He's a
applauded.
nice guy.
Yeah.
We spoke yesterday.
Okay.
Communicated, yes.
Yeah, that's a good thing, and I hope people out there will encourage that. It's a season of love. Let's share it. Let's encourage each other, and whatever you can do to make yourself happy, please do. Happiness is free, but you have to choose to be happy, and just try to practice it.
Okay.
All right. On that note, any last word before we go?
Yeah, I want to say a very big thank you to everyone that has been following me, and those that are still, and wish you happy Merry Christmas and happy holiday.